Hi everyone, I'm Josemary on behalf of GenScript, and today we are interviewing iGEM Thessaly. So iGEM Thessaly, can you please tell us more about your project, Navanthus?
Great pronunciation. Hello, my name is Katerina Patrinou. I am the head of human practices in this year's iGEM Thessaly 2022. I'm also a member of the social media team. Ellie?
And I am Ellie Maguta, the project leader of the team this year. And we are very excited to be here. So we have Janos, do you want to continue?
Yes, I'm Janos and I'm a member of the Wet Lab. Yeah, I don't think I want to be speaking a lot because we are running some gels now, and but we can hear everything. And if you want us to help with any questions, we'll be here.
Great.
Okay. We have prepared a brief presentation to show you. So shall we begin? Okay. So today's brief presentation about our project will include our inspiration and the description of the phenomenon we analyze. Later, we will describe how we believe our idea contributes to the solution of the problem, and finally, our goals. Now, from the very start of our research, our main point of interest was Lake Karla, which is located in southeastern Thessaly and is one of the most important ecosystems in our region. Karla is notable for its high biodiversity as it hosts many species of fish, 13 species specifically, and birds, 180 species, including some extremely rare species. This has earned the lake a place on the list of Natura 2000 protected areas, but several reports indicate that lakes poor ecological condition due to intense anthropogenic pressure. Phosphorus and toxins levels are particularly elevated during the summer months, causing the phenomenon of eutrophication. This year, our team is trying to solve this environmental phenomenon called eutrophication. But what exactly is it? Eutrophication refers to the phenomenon in which excess nitrogen, phosphorus, and other inorganic nutrients enter a water body, such as a lake, a reservoir, or a river. Eventually, cyanobacteria overproliferate in the water, ensuing in consumption of dissolved oxygen. And these bacteria produce chlorophyll A and toxins, resulting in water quality degradation and the death of fish and other aquatic organisms. Consequently, biodiversity, which is of great importance for the balanced functioning of the ecosystem, is reduced. So, the project Navanthus, the name derived from the fusion of ancient Greek words nave, meaning sheep, and anthos, meaning plant, comes to provide a solution to this environmental challenge. Our team is participating in this year's competition with a water monitoring and bioremediation system. This system can be applied in Lake Karla and globally in lakes to protect the biodiversity of aquatic ecosystem from eutrophication. Now, with the project Navanthus, our team aims to implement a universal monitoring and phytoremediation platform in eutrophicated waters. Our constructed floating wetland, this platform in the picture, made of mycelium, a biodegradable material, will carry genetically engineered plants, and the plant roots will be submerged in the water. And once these plant roots detect microcysteines, the toxins, via novel synthetic ribosoids, they will enhance the expression of inorganic phosphorus transporters. So the excess phosphorus will be stored on their shoot and and the leaves, and then the above ground part of the plants will be harvested and converted into fertilizers or a biofuel. Additionally, real-time data concerning the ecological status of the eutrophicated water body will be collected from sensors, is the black box in the picture, and uploaded in a cloud so as to be openly accessible to the scientific community. Our mission is the implementation of Sustainable Development Goal 14, and by cleaning waters, protecting biodiversity, and recycling our materials without harnessing essential ecosystem and resources. So that's it. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any questions, we are at your disposal.
Thank you very much for presenting more on Naventus and telling us how you want to solve this, the problem of eutrophication with the bioremediation. So can you tell us more what implementing this kind of system, for example, in Lake Carla would look like, the magnitude of the project, and kind of the scope of what it would look like to implement it?
Yes, of course. Okay, so the ideal plan of ours is to have our constructed floating wetland in every single eutrophicated water, reservoir, river, and maybe sea. And through our integrated human practices via a process that has to do with interviewing experts, first respondents, governance experts, etc., and asking them how exactly will they imagine our project to be implemented. So we have received several feedback on that, and we have concluded that depending on the water body that we are having in front of us, for example, we will have different the process will differ when having a lake, for example, Lake Carla, which is a reservoir, and probably a more open sea or a port, like the Lake of Piraeus, for example, which is also one of the biggest ports here in Greece that is severely polluted. So ideally, we will have the RC boat that Ellie mentioned, and this RC boat will detect the places of the water body that will be more severely eutrophicated. So by the detection of the chlorophyll A, and then we will put the constructed floating wetland into this area. And ideally, we will wait for the plant to have its cycle with the phosphorus uptake, as Ellie mentioned. We talked with several experts, and they mentioned that there could be monitoring from maybe the port itself, so that they can pay attention to the wetland to stay in place and have some kind of let's say a security for the placement of the CFW.
And the eutrophication process has a lot of negative repercussions, a lot of domino effects, if you will, on the entire ecosystem. So if you implemented Naventus, does your team think that we would find potential benefits within the ecosystem since there is more phosphorus uptake and you've now eliminated some pieces of this cascade scale that would be harmful for the ecosystem?
Definitely. Ellie, would you like to answer or should I? Okay. Ideally, one of the main problems with eutrophication is biodiversity. As Ellie mentioned, Lake Carla was also listed in Natura 2000. Many bird species, fish species suffer from the phenomenon. But of course, when one organism has a problem, obviously the food chain and humans as well face this problem. So apart from biodiversity have been affected from the phenomenon, we also have water quality. So polluted waters in the in Thessaly, Lake Carla is connected with another big river named Pineos, which has been for the past few years one of the main water source for the 500,000 inhabitants of Thessaly. So you can imagine that this is a great deal when having polluted waters. And for example, we live in Thessaly, we have to drink from bottled waters and not from the sink, for example. So apart from water quality, we have also seen surveys that mention human health. So for example, the toxins and what they can create several health issues to human beings. This is not something quite common in Greece. However, globally, it has been reported many cases that people had to be hospitalized in order to overcome health issues that eutrophication caused, and most importantly, economic burden that has to do with every single thing, agriculture, which is one of the causes of the phenomenon, wastewater management companies, and everything that has been affected by the phenomenon. So ideally, when creating Navanthus, we are aiming to kind of stop this domino effect of these consequences that are quite big.
And since there would be so many potential benefits to your community, both within health and economic growth, has your team used human practices as an opportunity to educate what the potential magnitude of impact would be for an Naventus?
Absolutely. Through human practices, we have covered a wide range of fields, not only raising awareness for the phenomenon itself, for the protection of the environment, for GMOs, because practically we are designing a genetically modified organism. So it is important in order, for example, a farmer to understand the issue that he is creating when for example, he is using a fertilizer that is eventually in the river, and the chemicals cause a phenomenon. It is important to not only educate the first respondent and the persons that cause the phenomenon themselves, but also the people that will probably take the project and implement it. So it is quite common, and what we have seen, it is that when we mention something big like plant synthetic biology, or a genetically engineered plant, most people do not understand what it is. Firstly, people do not understand what synthetic biology is, so we also took measures for that as a team. But we have definitely taken measures by creating booklets with different events, not only with younger children, academia, people that have no idea what this exactly is. And we hope to educate as many people as we can.
And is there anything else you would like our audience to know about your project?
Ellie, would you like to add anything? I think that our project has definitely can definitely provide a solution to the problem, which, as mentioned, is very severe. We ask for the general public, people that have to do with the creation of the phenomenon, to listen and probably think of their actions and how they are managing specific aspects of what they're doing, because it can definitely have consequences. And we're very, very happy as a team to, I don't know, try to solve this problem. And we really hope that we have the potential positive feedback in order to implement this, not only in Greece, of course, but globally.
Well, iGEM Thessaly, thank you so much for meeting with me today to tell us more about your project Naventhus. On behalf of GenScript, we wish you the best of luck in our iGEM sponsorship competition and in the iGEM Jamboree. Thank you so
Thank you.
much for
Thank
meeting
you
with me.
so much for the opportunity.